Up with KREM begins now.
Right now on Up with KREM, a 5,000-acre fire in Ford, Washington has destroyed several buildings in the area. Our Nicole Hernandez joins us live from the area this morning.
Yeah, that's right. The fire has also forced out dozens and dozens of animals. We're live here where this is a safe place where people can take their animals to keep them safe.
And the city of Spokane got one step closer to adding fluoride to its drinking water. How a multi-million-dollar grant is making that happen.
And early on this morning, we've got cloud cover, a couple scattered showers, and more rain likely later on today as temperatures take a drop.
We've been tracking some breaking news this morning as a fast-moving wildfire is making its way through Stevens County this morning. Now, these are some of the images of the fire from yesterday. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this DNR map behind me. Now it actually shows the current location of the Corkscrew fire. It's destroyed multiple homes and is still threatening so many others. This morning, KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is showing us more about evacuations taking place in the area. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, Channing. So right now I'm at the Clayton Fairgrounds where, just take a listen. You can hear the birds, you can hear the meows of these tiny kittens. I mean, look at how tiny these little kittens are that needed a safe place to come right here. And as we walk this way, you can see they've also got bunnies here as well. They've got more kittens, more cats as well here, and they've got baby chickens, they've got chickens, they have horses in the area, they have goats, they have sheep, they have baby cows as well. So this area has really just become a safe spot for people to bring their animals here. And of course, this is because they've been forced out from this fire. So the fire is currently burning in timber, grass, and brush, and this has caused several evacuations in our area. So take a look at this map here. You can see the red area west of Ford and north of Tumtum is under level 3 evacuation. That means get out now. Level 2 evacuations are in place for areas south of Clayton, and southeast of Springdale is under level 1 evacuations. Now, the fire has grown at such a fast rate that fire officials believe it's now twice the size of Cheney. Many residents watched as the flames raced towards their home yesterday without a moment's notice to leave. One couple says they watched as the flames nearly reached their home.
This morning I was doing entries for our fair when I got the phone call to be here. So, and those are animals that I was just signing up to be at our fair in a couple of weeks. It's, you know, and I've seen most of these kids since they were little. So it's hard because they're family. We might not be blood, but we're still family.
So crews of the Department of Lands and Spokane Tribe of Indians are working on the fire. They last reported it to be about 7,500 acres and 0% contained. So like we mentioned, here at the Clayton Fairgrounds is where you can bring animals to be in a safe place at this point. The Springdale Rodeo is also taking in animals if this place gets overwhelmed. And then, of course, if you are a person that needs somewhere to stay as well, beyond animals, just if you as a person need somewhere to stay, you can go to the Deer Park High School. That's where they're setting up the Red Cross shelter. Live in Stevens County, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Thank you, Nicole. Now we're following dozens of fires around eastern Washington and North Idaho this morning. So for the latest updates, you can text the word fire to 509-448-2000. We'll send those updates right to your phone. All right, it's a little bit cooler outside today and a little soggy as well. What do you think, Jeremy? Did you work your magic on this Tuesday to, help us out a little bit, get a little relief from the heat?
Yeah, around town they call me Jeremy Poppins.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know why. I still haven't figured that one out yet. I probably don't actually want to know the answer to that, but hey, bippity boppity boop, let's get some rain going down. I'm sorry. That's a different movie?
Yes, bippity boppity boos from Cinderella.
Oh no.
I'm a Disney nerd, can you tell?
I mean, no. I don't even know what to say. Here we go. All right, weather time. We got a little bit of cloud cover early on this morning. Temperatures in the mid 60s right now. It does feel quite nice out there, and well, we've got decent air quality. AQI currently sits at a 62. That's still moderate on the air quality index. It does smell a little bit like smoke here in town, but just know that the air is actually okay to breathe. When it comes to our temperatures, they are a little bit cooler. 68 in Coeur d'Alene, 59 in Sandpoint, 63 in Moses Lake, and 62 in Wenatchee. We've got those wind gusts continuing throughout the day. It'll be very similar to yesterday for most of us. Up in north central Washington, you might catch a little more wind coming out of the north. and funneling through some of those valleys. For most of us, the big story is this: showers moving through the region. You can see some of those falling in eastern Washington and North Idaho, but a bulk of the activity chases some of those early morning rounds, and that's going to be where we have the potential to pick up some more heavier rain in some areas. Notice Spokane and areas off to the south of Spokane, not going to see as much as areas in northeastern Washington and North Idaho, and those areas are where we have a flash flood watch in place for how much rain is going to fall on some of that more uneven terrain throughout the day, and some of that has burn scars. Burn scars don't accept water. The water just runs over the top of them, and that's what will cause those flash flood concerns later on today. When it comes to temperatures, how about this one for you? Ooh, they are on the rise, but not by much. Later on today, I think we top out in the low 70s here in the inland Northwest.
Well, new overnight, the city of Spokane got one step closer to fluoridating its drinking water. Now, last night, the city voted to spend up to $600 grand of grant funds on a fluoridation water study. Now, the study will help leaders decide whether or not to move forward, and if so, how to implement it. Last fall, City Council accepted a $4 million grant from a dental health nonprofit to begin adding fluoride to the water. The next step is searching and selecting an engineer firm to do the study. Now it's our question of the morning, and we want to hear from you. With City Council voting to move forward with conducting a study on fluoride, would the results of the study change your mind on adding fluoride to the water? Right now, it looks like about 75% of people are saying no. 25% say yes. You still have time to vote in our live Twitter poll right now, or you can text us your thoughts to 509-448-2000. We'll be sharing them throughout the morning. The time is 6:36 and it's morning rush time. More news in less time. More than 200 people have now tested positive for COVID-19 after going to the Watershed Music Festival. All 210 people went to the Gorge at the end of July, right after restrictions were lifted. The people who have tested positive live in 11 counties across Washington. Grant County Health District says it is aware of the COVID-19 cases linked to the festival. They also reported an additional 268 cases. However, no hospitalizations have been tied to the festival. And the body of a hiker who went missing in the North Cascades nearly 2 years ago was found over the weekend by a private search and rescue group. Rachel Lackadac of Moses Lake went missing in October of 2019 after telling her family she planned to take a hike in the Hidden Lake Trail to a lookout cabin and then spend the night. She was 28. During the initial search for Lackadac, her vehicle was found at the trailhead. However, search crews reported that it didn't appear that she made it to the lookout tower. And federal regulators are launching another investigation into Tesla's autopilot system. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the probe was prompted by a string of collisions with parked emergency vehicles. Those 11 crashes since 2018 left one person dead and 17 others injured. The NHTSA says most of them happened at night and all involved Teslas whose self-driving systems had been activated. All visitors, employees, and contractors at national parks must now wear a mask inside all national park buildings. The Park Service made that announcement yesterday. Now, it also requires masks in crowded outdoor spaces like narrow or busy trails and even overlooks. The rule applies whether or not you're vaccinated. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Well, it's that time of year for kiddos to head back to school, but so many schools in our area are in need more now than ever. Tim Pham joins us live this morning to talk about how you at home can help out.
Yeah, good morning, Channing. It is time to wake up and grab a cup of coffee. And if you don't want to make a cup of coffee this morning, head down to your local Starbucks and grab a cup, because we are telling you how buying a cup of coffee here can make a huge difference in the lives of students in our community. Stay with us. We're back after this.
And Tim's got your spoonful of sugar while I might be the Mary Poppins of weather. I gotta stop that. All right, here we go. It's been a hot summer so far. 75.1 degrees has been our average temperature. That beats 2015, where we recorded an average temp since June 1st of 72.7. We've seen 42 days above 90 degrees, and most of the summer has been above normal in terms of temperatures. That is until now. For the next 7 days, temps trend below normal, and we can finally catch a bit of a break from some of our heat.